Hey guys, it's time again for another First Chapter Friday. This one is starring Grace. This is by Mary Hoffman, and there's a whole series of Grace. So if you enjoy this one, you could read some of the other ones in the Grace series. Grace books are not only in the fiction section, which this one would be in F, H-O-F, because remember our fiction section all start with the letter F on top of the spine tab. There you go. And then the first three letters of the author's last name. But there's also some Grace books over in the easy section because the author, Mary Hoffman, wants you to start liking her character Grace when you're just beginning to read. And then when you get up to reading chapter books, she wants you to be excited about Grace as well. This book is written on a 4.8 reading level and is worth 2 points in AR. So if you wanted to check out this at AR. So we're going to start with our first chapter, and it's called Grace and the Big Top. It was the beginning of summer vacation, and the week stretched out ahead of Grace like a new country to explore. Her family wasn't going away, but later Ma was getting some time off, and Nana was going to visit a friend. Grace didn't mind. Some of her friends were going to camp, but 4 were going to be around all summer. Her best friend, Amy, plus Kester and Raj and Maria. Ma said Grace as soon as school was out, "Can we have our headquarters here in the apartment?" "Who's we?" asked Mom. "Me and Amy and the others. We're the only ones not going anywhere, and I'm the only one with no brothers and sisters to get in the way. Besides, we've got a backyard, so can we play here every day? They could bring a sack lunch just like at school." "That's okay with me," her mom said, "as long as you don't eat me out of all the cookies. But you must check with Nana. She's the one who'll be home all day with you." Nana was happy about it. "I like having young kids around. You know that, Grace." It was true. All the children in the neighborhood treated Grace's Nana as if she was their grandmother. And that was mainly because she treated them as if they were her grandkids. So every day, Grace's 4 friends gathered at her apartment and thought of things they could be. In the first weeks, they were pirates, and then mountaineers, and then knights, and then aliens. But by Friday, they'd run out of new things to play. "We should be a gang and give ourselves a name," said Kester. "What?" said Amy. "Like maybe the Famous 5? "But we're not famous," said Grace. "We'd have to be the 5 no one has heard of gang." "That doesn't sound exciting," said Raj. "How about the Red Hand Gang?" "But we don't do crimes," said Maria. "What do we do?" asked Amy. "We just hang out and have fun." "We have adventures," said Grace. "That's what we do, and we need a new one." Just then Nana came out and showed them a brightly colored advertisement that had been put in the mailbox. It said, "The circus is coming. Senor Sparky's one-day spectacle. See the Flying Fandango Sisters, Horatio the Fire Eater, Manuel the Magnificent, the strongest man in the world." And it went on and on. Well, after that, there was no question about what the children would be playing for the rest of the day. Grace got Nana to promise that she would take her to the circus on Saturday, and then the gang set to work in the backyard. First, they made a big circle with a string and pegs, and then Grace rummaged in her dress-up box and found lots of flowery dresses and bright scarves that had been Nana's, and best of all, a collapsible black hat. "That's what you call an opera hat," said Nana. "It belonged to your grandpa." "Can we have it for the ringmaster's hat?" asked Grace. "Why not?" said Nana. "There's a cane, too." So they created all of the characters from the circus. And look, they even acted them out. So it looks like they're having a great time. Nana says we could all go to the circus tomorrow. We can, can't we, Mom? I ask at bedtime. I dare say we can, but I doubt it will be as good as the circus that you created in the backyard. So they all went to the circus. There was a real band playing circus music, and there was a big drum roll, and Signor Sparky moved to the center of the ring. "Step right up," he said, and the next hour and a half was full of magic. The children laughed at the crowns and gasped at the tightrope walker. And after intermission, Signor Sparky asked for a volunteer from the audience, and all the children in the tent excitedly waved their hands to be chosen. "I'll have the little girl wearing the top hat," he called. So Grace got to join the circus, and she was given a megaphone and told to announce that it was time for Horatio the Fire Eater. "And finally," shouted Signor Sparky, "before I introduce our last act, let's give a big hand to our little ringmaster, Signorina Gracia." There was a lot of clapping as Grace went back to her seat. "Lucky," whispered Amy. The next act was the Flying Fandango Sisters on the trapeze, and then the circus would be over. "Did you have a good day?" asked Ma as she tucked Grace into bed that night. "It was the best," said Grace. "I've been in a real circus." "Yes," said Ma. "That's 2 circuses in 2 days, the one in the backyard and the one we just went to. But I think you'll sleep more comfortably if you take off the top hat." So, Grace has already started out having a great adventure. Not only did she get to go to the circus, but she actually got to be in part of the circus as well. Have you ever been to a circus? If so, think about what was your favorite part. And if you've never been to a circus in real life, you can always look up circus acts on the internet, or perhaps you've read a book or seen circus acts on videos or on TV on different shows. Think about what would be your favorite part and what might be the scariest part. And if you had the opportunity to be in a circus, would you do it? Would you get out there like Grace? So, Starring Grace is our book for this week. And remember, there's a whole series of Grace books. So if you enjoy this one, just let me know and I'll point you toward where the other ones are. You can check this book out and others in the Williams Magnet School Library, or you can use your CALS Tech card and check out these books online. If you have trouble using your CALS Tech card, give me a call at 447-7106 or shoot me an email either at kelly.cheney@lrsd.org or through Schoology. Have a great day.